21. I'm your co-host, Danny 42. Now, I'm your co-host, Daniel Perez.
Rewind.
Rewind. I'm your co-host, Daniel Perez.
I am Messi Morales, and we are
Your unqualified heroes. Today is a very special episode, just as every episode is. We got news. We got tons of news. So we're going to break it down for you. We got episode 8. We know who was all there. Let's be real. It was a great episode. We'll talk about that later on in the show. If you haven't seen it, you can still see our first half of the show and then come back later once you watch it and hear our thoughts about it. And maybe you got the same thoughts. So let's break it down. First piece of news. Messi, go ahead. You can say whichever news you want to share first.
All right. So one of the biggest news that just dropped recently is the trailer, the actual trailer, not a teaser trailer for Wakanda Forever. It got released the beginning of this week, releasing tickets as well, November 11.
Go get your tickets.
Go get your tickets. It's going to be a huge movie. It may be huge for comic book fans, but it also is a huge movie because it will be representing what Chadwick Boseman left us, and we're gonna be there to support and represent Chadwick Boseman for what he stands for, and it's gonna be awesome. So we got to see more footage on this trailer. We got to see more footage of Namor. We got to see more footage of the Queen, Riri Williams. That's like a tongue twister for me. Yeah, Riri Williams, aka Ironheart. We also got to see more of the person on the suit.
Yep.
But we don't know who still is. We kind of know who it is, but it's not confirmed until we actually see the movie.
But do we know who it is? According to some people.
Okay, so I'm not gonna play the trailer because y'all can watch it later. There's too much editing stuff to do. So the trailer, there's actually two parts that we see these two. We see one part is when Namor is doing like this, and we see like a shadow in the back of a person wearing a Black Panther suit. People are saying that's another person. People are saying that's like another person wearing a suit. I say it's the same person. Other people say it's a whole new person wearing another suit. And the theory is there's multiple people wearing Black Panther suits in the movie. I don't want that. I want one person to wear it.
Yeah. One person,
and we all know who that person is. Come on, Sherry.
Yeah. So they could go either way. So like they could have throughout the movie multiple Black Panthers because Chadwick's gone and someone's trying to take that role, and like all these people or multiple people come in, but in the end there's only one true Black Panther, and that's going to be Shuri. Or they could just ride the whole movie where there's only one Black Panther at some point, and it's Shuri. Yeah. I could see both. But like you said, I think if I had to choose, I would be okay with either. But if I had to choose, I'd rather there just be one. I feel like that just honors the legacy a little bit more. I know this movie, they're trying to incorporate that a lot, like into the movie. They're like, this is for Chadwick, this is all about his legacy, so that type of stuff. So I feel like if it's just only one other person wears the suit, it just makes it more special.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that part. I cannot wait for this movie. I saw the trailer,
it's gonna be a good
movie, and it's just it lived up to the hype from the first teaser to the second one. I'm kind of happy that I waited and didn't see spoilers on leak stuff, because there's a lot of leaked videos of the trailer on D23 when they show more footage of it.
Yeah.
Kind of happy that I didn't spoil myself and waited like a person who wasn't there. So good luck. Good for you if you went over there. But if people like us who didn't get the chance to go, we waited and got to see it. I'm actually happy that we got to see more of Namor on this trailer of him using his of powers. I like on the part when he's using
his Percy Jackson shoes.
Exactly, dude. I was gonna say that. The little Converse with little wings.
With wings.
Yeah, and just flying around. That was pretty cool.
It was cool.
The CGI on that it looks better than almost every project they have dropped on Phase 4.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It was a good trailer. I think this is one of those movies that you can't mess up. Like they're putting their heart and soul into this movie. Like there's no project more important in Phase 4 than Black Panther to them. So I think it's gonna do good. CGI is gonna look good. CGI already looks good. I haven't heard a single complaint about CGI.
Yeah,
in this movie.
I'm 100% surprised.
I don't think I've heard a single complaint about this movie at all yet, in regards to the trailer. So, actually, I have heard one about Namor. They're like, Namor looks weird, but whatever. Suck my nut. I think he looks good. So
he does look good. He looks cool.
That's what we got about Black Panther. Second piece of news: Werewolf by Night is tomorrow. And if you don't know what Werewolf by Night is, it's like a special, like a 1 hour special. I think it's a little less than 1 hour. I think it's like 40 minutes or something. I don't really know the runtime. I just know it's no more than an hour. And it's basically kind of like a older setting, like 30s, 40s, 50s setting of a horror film.
Yeah, I think it's like on that era of like when horror became what it was. Like it was set on that time.
Yeah.
Like
so it has that. Obviously the main character, werewolf kind of thing. Twilight, I don't know. But no, it's not that. We don't talk about Twilight. It's very much action. They said there's a ton of gore. The director said, one of the quotes the director said was, there's a ton of gore in this movie because I kept putting gore and no one was stopping me. So he was like, I'm gonna keep doing this. And then he's like, no one's stopping me? Okay, I'll just keep on going. And then so he just kept going. So someone stopped him and no one stopped him. So he put as much gore as he wanted in the movie. It's a black and white film or special. So I think that's really unique. Especially in this day and age, 2022, we're getting something black and white. I think it's gonna look really good, but something in regards to that is, actually I'll say that later. Do you have any thoughts on Werewolf by Night?
I do. So I like horror movies. Okay, let me rephrase that. I like some horror movies because some horror movies are crappy and do not live up to their expectations. This type of horror I do like because I grew up watching like those mystical horror stuff with like werewolf, Frankenstein, Dracula. But I love you too.
You're supposed to say that.
Yeah, we all heard that. That's fine. So I was saying like I grew up watching like those type of horror stuff, and they bring into the MCU. I am more excited about it because, like I said, I kind of love all that horror part of it with werewolf, and I'm all hyped for it. I heard critics, some people already saw the movie, like the red carpet, all that stuff. They have been given pretty good ratings.
Super good ratings.
Me personally have not seen a bad rating. I'm pretty sure there is because there's always that guy.
It's always that guy.
Yeah, but so far I mostly have heard only good things about it. So tomorrow, quote unquote, today, because we're releasing on Fridays and on Friday. So whenever you listen to this, so whenever you're listening to this, I cannot wait. We will also be talking about it. We'll do like a
special episode,
a small special episode, just talking about it, going through it. But yeah, so I heard it's a 10 out of 10 by comicbook.com. I do like them. Listen to them. They're pretty cool. Also listen to us. We're pretty cool too.
Yeah, we're cool.
They give it 10 out of 10. I do trust them. So I cannot wait for this movie. I mean, short film or film. I'm just going to
film. Yeah. So it's going to be very good. But as I said before, Werewolf by Night is a special. It's just a one-time thing. I mean, I'm sure he's going to appear at some point, but it's just a one-time thing. And to go with that, a lot of us, or not a lot of us, but some of us, including me, were thinking this is just kind of like a side thing, not super important. But guess what? Kevin Feige has actually said that Werewolf by Night is very important to the future of the MCU. So this brings a question. Is he going to have interactions. I don't know what this was. Interactions with Blade, with Black Knight, with Moon Knight. Is that their own like realm gonna be? So
Midnight by Suns.
more werewolves? I don't know. There could Midnight Suns. So we all know Kevin Feige. Like we see this much of his plan, and he got this much of his plan. So he already thinking about phase freaking 20, and he's got a plan. So it's gonna be cool because it's important. So that just makes it more special. And kind of in that same realm, there's been a lot of hate of recent phase 4 shows. They're like, I'm tired of these 6 episode shows with a rush finale, with the villain until the very last episode, with 20-minute episodes. It's just lots of people have been hating. Granted, we're also like, oh my gosh, I love this show, but then we hate it at the same time. Example, Loki, but then we hate on 6 episodes. I don't know. Example, Moon Knight, which is a great episode or a great show, but then we hate on 6 episodes. I don't know. We're weird.
Yeah.
That's how MCU fans are. So, rumor has it that Marvel is going to be changing things with the 6 episodes. The side projects, like possibly Agatha House of Harkness, or they changed it to Covenant of Chaos. I don't know which one of them. But Agatha and some other shows, projects that are going to come out, they might just make it a 1-hour special and just leave it at that. And leave the future of that character and possibly future movies. We know Armor Wars was going to be a probably 6-episode show, but it was going to be a show for sure. Then now turned into a movie. Quote unquote 2-hour special. So I don't know. Is Marvel like listening to the feedback, or was this just kind of like they're just like, we think this will be better? I don't know. What do you think?
I do want to believe that they are listening to us. They probably are not, because it's Disney. Disney just does what they believe is right, and they just make money out of it, because regardless what they put out, even though we complain about those 6 episodes, we still watch it. We still watch it. We complain about every single episode, but yet again, we wake up at 9 o'clock to watch it. We're a bunch of hypocrites. We are, but yeah. So I do want to believe they are listening to us. But yet again, we don't know. But I am happy and not happy at the same time, because I'm more of a TV show guy. I like watching TV shows because of like the lengthy of it. They got more content, more stuff, even though sometimes are filler episodes. I hate filler episodes. But yet again, it's content and it's entertaining.
But it's something to watch.
It's something to watch.
That's just one time, and then you never like there's nothing new after that.
Exactly. So I got happy with it, because again, with all the phase 4 shows, they have only 6 episodes, but yet again, on those 6 episodes, 4 out of 6 are filler episodes, and 2 of them are the important ones. I do not don't want to see more filler episodes on important shows. So hopefully with this new format that they may be releasing, their specials, quote unquote, are just like more important and not just filler stuff.
Yeah. I think that'd be cool. We know the Guardian special comes out a couple months from now, which
Christmas time.
We haven't seen anything about that, but it's coming.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. I 100% completely forgot about the Christmas special about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's still coming.
It's coming, because they didn't even announce it on Comic-Con. They didn't even announce it on D23.
It's just there.
It's just there. Exactly. So I'm surprised they announced Werewolf by Night, even though it's a special, on D23, and they show us footage. So my question is, when are they gonna like release any footage regarding about the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special?
I don't know. Maybe they don't release anything until like the month of. I don't know.
I mean,
James Gunn is a pretty big actor. He does have a say in things. Probably, obviously, not as big as Disney themselves or Kevin Feige, but I'm sure he puts his input.
Yeah, like he said, when they showed the trailer on Comic Con for Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he was like, "I don't want to show this out to more people because one is not ready." So he could have a saying on it, maybe.
You could. So, Messi, break down the next news. You want to talk about Spider-Man?
Oh, I completely forgot about that. I thought we were not talking about it. Rewind.
No, not that Spider-Man. The other Spider-Man. The real Spider-Man.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, of course. So, as y'all know, we may get a new trilogy for Spider-Man. So 4, 5,
Tom
and 6.
Holland's
Tom
Spider-Man.
Holland Spider-Man. Tom Holland Spider-Man on the MCU. The actor who plays Ned Sleeve, pronounces
His name is Jacob Battalion or Jacob Batalon.
something like that. Yes, him. So he came out recently on an interview saying that he does not wish that they do really continue with it because one, they were young people when they started this journey with the MCU on these Spider-Man movies, and they're grown-ups now. They're 20s something, I don't know. And they're
Yeah, this was 8 years ago.
exactly. So
Oh my gosh, 8 years.
yeah,
ago.
we're old. I didn't have a beard back then. Imagine me without a beard. Yeah, I look
Damn.
like a fat potato. Okay, so he said, quote unquote, we are all doing our own things. So they're busy doing other projects. In this quote, there's nothing saying that he has hate towards making these movies or something like that. But yet again, when you sign up a contract with the MCU, you're there for the long haul. So like, if you're there and like, let's say you have a schedule set, and if that interferes with other movie that you're doing outside of the MCU, you may not get the chance to actually do it until you have the actual time. So, and I guess in this case, he has other projects, and I guess he doesn't want to continue at the moment to do MCU stuff because again, an actor is not a character. An actor is multiple characters that they built with their own profession. So, yeah. So that's the Marvel. I'm talking about it. I don't care. That's the Marvel, Spider-Man, Sony stuff. Okay.
Hold up, I still got something to say about that.
Okay, go ahead.
So, as Messi was saying, he's like, they're not hoping for it. It's not just him. I mean, he used the word they, so I'm sure, like, you know, I'm sure he's friends with Zendaya and Tom Holland. That they're not hoping for it. We know Tom Holland, he's taking a break from acting completely right now. He's not doing any acting, so he's dating Zendaya. They're kind of just growing their relationship together. I was gonna say family, but I don't know. They're growing their family relationship. And so he said in his quote that actors are the last people to know whenever there's a new movie about to come. So they're just doing their own thing, trying to like. They said they're not hoping for it. They're content. Spider-Man 3. Okay, let's just move on with our lives. But they said if they're open to it, if the right place, right time, right people, we'll do it. And you know, money talks. Money talks in the celebrity world, especially when. I don't know. We saw it with Hugh Jackman. Money talks. So
a lot.
Money talks a lot. So we'll see if there is a Spider-Man 4. We were all guessing, and at least I know I was guessing there would be a Spider-Man 4 announcement at D23, and there wasn't. So is there a Spider-Man 4? I don't know. I know. I wouldn't say I know. I'm more sure than I'm not sure. Spider-Man 4 will be in Phase 5 and Phase 6. And not Spider-Man 4. Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be in Phase 5 and Phase 6 in other projects.
Yeah, we gotta be specific when we say Spider-Man movies because everybody wants a Tom Holland Spider-Man. Everybody wants an Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Everybody wants Toby back. Yeah. So talking about the Spider-Man universe, let's jump into Sony and now the MCU. So, as you know, if you don't know, now you know. Madam Web is in production as we speak, and they have released. Well, they haven't. They released and someone released them. Some photos of the set, and it shows a very 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 cool person there. We don't know who the person is.
He's just a cool person.
I will put the photos right there so you can see the photos. I will put all the photos at the same time. This person looks like he's wearing a Spider-Man type of suit. So it's not Tom Holland, it's not Andrew, it's not Toby. So this could be another variant of the Sony Universe Spider-Man. Sorry, because apparently there's no Spider-Man yet on that universe because Morbius. I don't know who he's gonna fighting with the Vulture. We don't know what Spider-Man that world is for. So yeah, so this person apparently is Ezekiel Sims. If you don't know who that is, that's a Earth 4 character on the comics. He takes the mantle of Spider-Man after Peter Parker dies. Thing is, it doesn't. Me personally thinking about it, it doesn't really make sense because Madam Web is in the past
Before,
because Ben Parker, which is the uncle, is he's alive. He's a young guy. He's not old yet. He's not taking care of Peter Parker yet. So time travel stuff or on another universe. This could be the actual multiverse of madness here. So that's something that came out today, Thursday, the 6th of October. They came out with leaked photos of the set. If you didn't wanted to see them, I do apologize.
Too late.
Too late. So I thought it was pretty cool. I'm actually really excited about Madam Web. But
it seems like it's gonna be a pretty good movie.
Yeah, but it's Sony's making it.
But it's also Sony.
So we don't know. We don't know. But yeah, I think that's all the news. Do you have any other news that you want to talk about?
I do have news, but we should take a break.
We will be back, guys.
We will be back. Abracadabra. And we're back from our break. Hope you enjoyed our break. As Messi said, do you have more news? And as I said, yes. I'm going to break it down for you. I have 2 more pieces of news. I'll let Messi say one of them, but I will say the first one.
Yeah, you go.
Secret Wars has a writer. It's confirmed. Last time we mentioned this, it was a rumor. It was a completely different writer. But now we know our writer. It's going to be the person who wrote Loki and Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, so we have the writer for Secret Wars.
For Secret Wars, the biggest movie of all time in the MCU, most likely.
Yeah.
And we have thoughts.
Yeah, so his name is Michael
Waldron.
Yeah, Michael Waldron. Like you said, he wrote Loki season 1. We don't know if he's writing. I don't think he wrote season 2.
No, I don't think so.
And then he wrote Doctor Strange 2.
So we have thoughts. Our last quote unquote breaking news, we thought it was the writer of Rick and Morty and Ant-Man Quantumania. And I don't know if you've seen the leaked trailer, but that looks good. And fans of Rick and Morty love Rick and Morty. So we're like, wow, this is going to be awesome. And now we got a new writer. We're like, I'm scared.
Literally, yeah. So he did an awesome job. This writer did an awesome job on Loki. Loki is an awesome show.
Arguably one of the best arguably the best MCU show
so far. Yes. And then he took a bigger role as a writer for Doctor Strange 2. Yeah. Y'all know that movie.
You know.
Yeah.
That movie was something.
It was something. It wasn't. It was not bad. Yet again, it was not good. So it was a popcorn movie per se. If you like the term, not to say bad or good, it's a popcorn movie. It's a movie to enjoy movie. Popcorn. Yeah. So people, fans, being more specific, are kind of worried that we may not get the biggest movie out there done right. I'm reading the comments on a post on the announcement, and the first one is massive L.
L.
Yeah, people are, like I said, people are worried about this news of this writer. I don't know what else he has worked on scripts, stuff like, or before Loki and Doctor Strange. So I cannot say if he is good or bad. But there's a 50-50 chance that this movie can be good or bad. But yet again, Kevin Feige got the big cojones because he fired the director of.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
He fired that guy for not doing a good job.
So if he if this guy doesn't do a good job,
he is
out
of here. So yeah, so don't worry, Kevin Feige got us. So
he got our back, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I think he'll work like hand in hand with whoever writes Kang, probably.
Yeah, so we have the director for that one, which is Daniel. The director.
Well, not the director. I meant the writer of Kang.
Yeah, so we have the director already for that movie. We still have. Did they announce the director for Secret Wars yet? Not yet, right?
Not yet.
So we have a writer, but not a director. But for Kang,
we have a director, but not a writer.
That we haven't heard any announcements on that yet. So, I will not be surprised if they both work on both movies, because it's a part 1, part 2, just like Infinity War and Endgame. So I will not be surprised if they announce that he will be working on Kang and Daniel will be also working on Secret Wars.
And my last piece of news, this one's more minor, but hey, it's something we talk about, and it's not just something we talk about, it's something actors talk about. Christian Bale of Thor: Love and Thunder, also known as Gore the God Butcher, also known as Batman.
No, he's not a butcher. He didn't butcher no one. So
he's just Gore.
Yeah.
Gore, the dad with no daughter.
Tragic.
Anyways, so
all right, go
so
ahead.
Basically, he said you couldn't tell what scene you were on whenever you got on set of Thor: Love and Thunder. Why? Because it was all green screen. So he just walks in one day and he's like, "Oh, what are we doing again?" And they're like, "Oh, we're doing this scene." He's like, "Oh, okay. I just can't tell because there's nothing there except a green screen."
Okay. Hence, they were not in Earth, so they couldn't like make.
You can have practical sets. Asgard, you can make that practical. Which I don't know if it was practical, but you can make that a practical set. What else could you make a practical set?
Almost everything.
The hospital. Well, not the Shadow Realm.
I don't think the hospital was CG. Like, come on, they got money enough to build a fake
to get a stretcher.
Yeah, so like,
point is, there was a lot of CGI, and look, some movies are gonna have more CGI than others. That's just nature of the beast, especially when it comes to superheroes. However, we've noticed some having a little too much CGI, where they're like, "Oh, yeah, the helmet," or wasn't Thor? I'm pretty sure Thor said us in certain scenes that he didn't even. It was like he was like faking Stormbreaker, like it wasn't actually in his hand. I'm like, bro, I know you have Stormbreaker. Like, you don't need to fake it. Why are they faking scenes of Stormbreaker? They're just making more stuff. They have to CGI, making more work on the workers, and it is what it is. I don't know. But Christian Bale was talking about it. He wasn't necessarily hating. He wasn't like, "Yeah, this sucks." He was just like, there was a lot of CGI, and it just felt weird. So It is
Yes,
what it
and
is.
I saw an interview. This is like same target but different actor, the actress. The actress that plays the love interest of Dom Toretto on the
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious movies. I dislike those movies, honestly. One of my friends from school loves them. Sean, if you listen to this, they suck. Okay, so
Damn.
she came out in a recent interview as well, saying that mostly actors that act on. Okay, so sorry for that, guys. That we're cut there. Daniel making weird sounds over there. We have to stop for technical difficulties. Yeah. So Letty, I know her name as a movie, Letty Toretto. She came out saying that actors act better when they're actually in the actual scenario of whatever scene they're doing, whenever they're on the green, blue screen background. Most of the time, you don't get 100% of the actors acting because one, they don't know what's going on. They know what's going on after it's done with the CGI.
Yeah.
So in this sense, like what you said, with whenever Christian Bale showed up on set, not knowing what's going on, that could be one of the factors. In like, he probably did 99% of the acting that he should do, but that 1% he could have given it more if he
Yeah.
wasn't like an
And he
actor
killed it in his
on his
like the
role. Yeah,
scenes that he was in. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah.
But
So
that's all the news that we have for
yeah,
this week.
yeah, yeah.
And now it's She-Hulk episode 8 time.
She-Hulk episode 8. Bow, 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 bow. Okay, so you have been warned.
You've been
Spoils
warned.
ahead, even though Disney, for some reason, now they just literally release the best scene of each episode the day before
The day before.
the episode comes out. So if you have seen that already, it's your fault, and we will be talking about it. But we are awesome people and nice, so we will give you a heads up if you are walking into something that you have not seen. So I can hear your Mustang neighbor.
Yeah, stupid Mustang.
So funny. That's like the best moment of the podcast. You can hear a Mustang in the background. Best part of it. So you'll be warned again. Spoilers ahead. And Daniel, go.
Messi. Episode 8. Okay. So, Messi's giving me the mic. I got the mic. That's right. I got the mic. I don't have the mic anymore. Messi's gonna take away the mic. Episode 8. Best episode of She-Hulk so far. Point blank, period. Period. Exclamation mark. Period. Exclamation mark. It was good. We got Leapfrog. Brandon
Finally.
Stanley killing it. We've been waiting. Good job, Brandon Stanley. That was a performance. That was good. I liked it. We got Daredevil, Matt Murdock. Our boy's here. It only took 8 episodes, but he's here. And he got freaky. Then we got She-Hulk.
Bro, he got freaky on the first time they met.
He
bro.
got
Like,
freaky, bro.
he got no time to waste.
I want that. I hear that heartbeat. That's a good heartbeat. This is not Jeffrey Dahmer. This is this is Matt Murdock.
I was gonna say that.
He, point is,
Oh my god, that's too funny.
he was into it and she was into it, and they got into it. And what else we got? We got some teasers, which I'll mention later on, but we got some teasers for the future. And it was a good ending to the episode. I was like, damn, that was a good ending.
Yeah.
But Messi, what do you think?
I thought this episode was great. It was, like you said, the best episode out of all the other episodes. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. It's not a episode. It's an awesome episode. It was like almost every episode. It had the same comedy, the same corny jokes. It's the same show, but with and 2 extra persons that we wanted to see since the very beginning, because again, they were promoted in the very beginning before the show came out, and we were expecting it. since the very beginning before the show came out. So we got him on the 8th episode. Brandon Stanley, he did awesome. We got the chance to talk to him on on Instagram. He showed us a video. If you haven't seen the video, it's on our Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Of him explaining of how the role of Eugene and Leapfrog.
You should repost that video.
Yeah, we should. Like, look, he talked to us. We're cool.
Because when we said that video, not a lot of people knew, but now they know.
Now they know him. So yeah, so we talked to him about it. He sent a video of his role on the show. And he lived up to the expectation of it. He was awesome. He was funny. He was the rich kid dorky character that he said he would, and he killed it. Awesome. We got Daredevil finally. We've been waiting for this dude since Netflix said bye to them.
Yep.
Awesome character. I was not expecting that they kept some things of the Netflix show, like the way, I don't know, like the seriousness part of it, because I thought they were like a whole different person. I thought they were literally gonna change his persona like 100%, like just like a whole comedy bit, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It was serious, but yet again comedy at the same time.
It's a mix, yeah.
So it was leveled. It was leveled. I kind of enjoyed. There was one joke that was kind of like, okay, it's corny. It's the ass. Oh, my ass is on whoop, something like that.
My ass remains unwhooped.
Yeah, that line. I was like, okay. At least he didn't say, "Oh, I'm blind." Yeah, I'm kind of happy they didn't say that. But yeah, so he got to clap.
There's another ass that was whooped.
Yeah, so PG-13, guys.
PG-13.
PG-13. Hey, if this show is rated TV 14,
TV
right?
14.
Dang it. So we're TV 14, guys. PG-13. Yeah, so episode was great. At the very end, we got to see what it may lead to the last episode, because there's one more episode. There's nothing.
One left. There's one left.
Yeah, so.
And we all know the episode before the finale is always the best. And that might be true in this show. I mean, it is so far, but
yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, next week.
There were some things that got me real hype. Yeah, it surrounded the characters that everyone's talking about. But so what? I can be happy. Anyways, oh my gosh. We got a lawyer Daredevil. There's nothing I love more than lawyer. I love Daredevil, but lawyer Daredevil is just another piece of the top of the cake. When he walked into that scene, I texted Messi. I was like, yo, we have a Murdoch is a lawyer. I was freaking out. I was so happy because I wasn't expecting it. I didn't think he was gonna show up there. I thought his first appearance was gonna be him on the roof on the parking garage there. But we saw him as a lawyer, and I was just hyped. Then we got hallway Daredevil. We all know the hallway scene from Daredevil.
Oh my god, bro!
Netflix scenes. I was like,
dude, when that scene showed up, I was so hyped. I was literally. This is me watching the episode for the first time. When the goons / henchmen, they got two terms about it now. When they showed up the big group, I was like, please don't ruin it, 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 and boom.
And then she ruined it. I was so mad, bro. I was like, no. And they did it on purpose too. Let's be real. Marvel knew about that hallway scene. They know. That's why they did it.
Yeah. And
but hey, that means we will probably get one in the show, in the Daredevil show, because
we will. I hope. I really do hope we do get another awesome hallway scene, like Daredevil in them hallways. He knows.
He knows.
He know what he's doing in them. He knows.
But yeah, I was hype about that. Those were it was just a really good episode. And then at the end, he got the girl. He's like, "Hey, what's
How
up?
you doing?
How you doing?" And hey, she did her own part too, because he was like, "Oh, maybe next time I come into town." And then she's like, "Next time? What you mean next time? We're going now."
Are you going?
I'm never going. Let me tell you,
I was not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that too. I was like, Daredevil got freaky, bro. After the post night when he's just walking across the lawn with his shoes in his hands.
That is the 100%
Oh my
best
gosh.
walk of shame in.
That was
in
so
history.
funny. Daredevil doing the walk of shame was just gold. I'm like, bruh. This was funny.
It will go down as the best walk of shame of
Best walk
any
of shame in
TV
history.
or movie in history. It's just literally walking in his suit, Daredevil suit, on broad daylight, barefoot, holding. It was funny. Okay, so let's talk about the ending after Daredevil leave.
And we all thought that was the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And She-Hulk's like, wait, this isn't the end of the episode? And she broke the fourth wall in a really cool way.
Yeah. She, as the character, I'm guessing, she didn't know that was the end because the whole episode was based on her getting her dress for the gala, for the awards for the best lawyers and all that stuff. And she goes to the gala, and something awesome, horrible at the same time happened. Awesome for us as a viewer, horrible
as a
for
viewer.
her. Yeah, horrible.
Let me tell you, that sucks for her, bro.
100%.
Bro, you got your whole booty on that screen with other lawyers and like bosses.
I was
and
not
other stuff.
I was not expecting that to go. I thought they were just gonna show like photos of her like looking at America's ass, Captain America's ass. That was funny. I saw that. Like they put a Captain.
Oh yeah, Captain America's. Bro, her sex tape was on there.
That's tragic. That's
tragic.
That's very bad. That's one that's embarrassing. She was not expecting. She was vulnerable in a moment, and then this guy just took advantage of this girl, and then just posted that on the gala to be shown by everybody. And as you know, when she works and does anything related to work, she has to be in her She-Hulk persona. She's gonna be on her regular persona. So when she sees that, guess what? Hulk smash. So
I will too. Bro. I'm not gonna keep that playing.
Yeah. She said, "Bah!" Sucker punched the screen, and then people got scared because there's a big scary green person.
Big scary green person. But I don't think you noticed this, or maybe you did and you're just waiting for me to say it. When she was talking about like, oh wait, this isn't the end of the episode, she teased two big things. Well, her and Nikki teased two big things. I didn't catch it at first. Real talk. I watched it and I was like, huh, okay. And then I had to go back. I was like, yo, just like,
I know what you're talking about.
So she's like, yo, this isn't the end. This isn't the end. Like, are we expecting, like, is something crazy about to happen? Are we about to get a Hulk that turns red? A Hulk that turns red? She said Red Hulk. She mentioned Thunderbolt Ross Red Hulk. That's cool.
That is a major cool news.
And then we got a second one.
We got a second one. But before we do the second one, I want to say something. I do want to know if they're gonna recast him, because if they tease something like this, they're gonna recast him, because they've been looking. There's rumors around that they may have they're going to recast Thunderbolt for another actor. So if they do recasting, I do obviously want to see a Red Hulk because that's him. That's Thunderbolt. He does some experiment. He wants to be Hulk so bad that he does something wrong and then he becomes a Red Hulk. But that'll be cool if he's part of the Thunderbolts. If we get to see that, that'll be cool.
Hey, Marvel doesn't do things by accident.
They don't.
I mean, you don't just, especially if it's like a breaking fourth wall type thing. She could have said anything. She could have just not even said that. She could have just said, "Oh, you expecting something crazy to happen?" and just left it at that. No, she mentioned Red Hulk specifically, and then Nikki comes out and interrupts her, and what do we see? Claws made out of makeup. But she teased Wolverine. This is the second time we've seen a Wolverine tease in this show. And, we're just getting Wolverine stuff all over the place.
Exactly.
Mutants showing up. I mean, we saw a mutant in this show. Hugh Jackman showing up for Deadpool 3. I don't think he's going to be the Deadpool. I don't think he's going to be the Wolverine of the MCU, but he's still going to be Wolverine for a movie. And then possibly another Wolverine. There's just Wolverine mutant stuff everywhere. And we got 2 cool teases. I thought that was awesome.
I was happy when I saw those. Like the first tease, Red Hulk, come on, Thunderbolt. And then she comes with her makeup, like brushes like that. And she goes through the landing, she does the same thing. She lands and she's like,
yeah.
She does the same thing that Wolverine does when he just pulls his claws out. That's pretty clever. Like you said, this is the second time that they tease Wolverine. And hey, they tease Wolverine, and guess what? We're getting Wolverine in live action. So if they keep teasing Red Hulk, guess what? We may get to see Red Hulk.
We may get to see Red Hulk.
That's something.
So, what are your predictions for the finale? The finale's next week, obviously, and we got a lot of stuff for this last second to last episode. What do you think happens?
I hope they show who's behind the
Intelligentsia.
Mask. Yeah, who's in charge? Because they tried to steal her blood twice already. The first time they failed, second time they get it. And the only person that we know that they want her blood is the leader. He got announced to be the main villain of Captain America 4, the New World Order, with Anthony Mackie. So that's literally the only person that I can think of that could be the villain. But I hope they do show who the villain is. I want Hulk to come back. I do want him to see, because last time we saw him is just going to Sakaar on the orgy ship.
The orgy ship. There.
So we don't know where that left off. That's another open door. If they don't say anything about it, I hope they say something about it on the project soon enough. For hopefully Universal comes to an agreement with Disney to do a movie. If it's not even World War Hulk, something, bro, something, at least something. But yeah, I hope they show the villain who's behind, and I think it's gonna be action packed, because they can't do another filler episode because this is the last episode. So let's see if they continue with the crappy ending almost every show have done so far. But let's see. What are your thoughts?
We'll see. I would love to see Bruce Banner back at some point, see what happens with him. Maybe something with a Hulk, whether it's Thunderbolt Ross Red Hulk, whether it's Abomination's quote unquote Hulk, whether it's Bruce Banner's Hulk. I want something with one of those 3 quote unquote Hulks to materialize.
Yeah.
Like you said, the leader probably showing up at least so we think. Once again, we have a wait till the finale reveal for the villain. I don't know.
Probably like the last 2 seconds of the episode. They're gonna show his back of his head, and
if it is the leader, then obviously the leader's not gonna like die or get defeated because leader has big plans. Or Marvel's got big plans for the leader. Other things I would like to see, Daredevil again, maybe. I think he's there for 8 and 9. So I think he's there for 8 and 9. Okay. Where did he go after the Walk of Shame? Did he go home? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, he literally said, I have to go back home tomorrow. Well, in that
episode. Well, yeah. I guess. But we'll see. Maybe another leapfrog. No, he went to jail. But who knows? There's a lot of things that could happen in the finale.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's really super especially with as meta as it is and as many teases as they dropped in this show. Look, She-Hulk is not the perfect show.
It's not.
But they set up a lot.
They did.
They set up a lot.
They did.
This was an important show for the MCU. If you wanted to see steps that they're going in besides whatever they showed at D23 and Comic-Con. So, hey, thank you for giving us She-Hulk. It's been a ride. It's had its ups and downs, but I stubbed my toe.
Stop moving your toe. All right, little backstory to Daniel's toe.
I dropped a 55-pound dumbbell on my toe and I lost my nail. So now it's sensitive and bloody and stuff.
Disgusting. That's the Red Hulk right there.
Yep. And I'm going to turn into Red Hulk. So basically, my toe hurts. And I just hit it against the table that I'm sitting at. Thank you, table. That's the end of our show. I don't have anything else to say about She-Hulk or any MCU news because we said a lot of MCU news. But guess what? Next week, there'll probably be more. As Messi said, we are having a special episode for Werewolf by Night, which comes out tomorrow. But if you're listening, it's already out because we're releasing it when it comes out.
Yeah.
Go watch it and we'll watch our episode. It'll probably be a shorter one because, it's only an hour special. But we're going to give all our thoughts, all our insights, and hope you enjoy the ride with us. I'm looking forward to it. Once again, you can find me on Instagram at Danny42, 3 N's, 2 is taken. And let me know that you're not weird. So I know that you're not a scammer and trying to, hey, you want to be my sugar daddy? I don't know. Do you need a sugar mama? That's what it always says. So... Yeah. But you could also follow this guy.
Yeah, you can follow me at Messi.17_. Just like Daniel said, just let us know if you're from here. Because again, we always get those scammers. We're not famous, so they always targeting down famous people. So, yeah. So if you don't want to follow us separately, you can always follow us on Qualified Heroes on Instagram, TikTok, and also YouTube. And also you can listen to us on our podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Share them. Why not?
Share, like, comment. It's how our podcast gets out to Marvel fans just like you.
Exactly. So I think that's all. If you want to say hi to us again, just say hi to us on our platforms.
Did you mention our platforms?
Yeah, I literally went through that.
I blacked out.
All right, guys. Peace out, guys. I'm Qualified.
Oh, bo.
You're such a